Hey guys, I'm Brugger and you're watching Bloodborne for the PlayStation 4. Yes, it's finally released. Today on the 24th. If you're watching this, it's now officially out for everyone. I got it a little earlier. I have the press preview copy, which means I've had it since the 20th, and I was also in London. Played it there, some of you probably know that. Yeah, I'm rambling a bit now, you know that from my first parts, but let's just get started. I just wanted to say I couldn't take it anymore and played it a bit with my girlfriend last night. So I've already defeated the first boss, and accordingly I already have the achievement for the first boss. So don't be surprised, I'll let you know when it becomes blind. I was able to play for half an hour as part of the press preview event, but I didn't want to continue after that. I could have played for another 2 or 3 hours, but I wanted to save it for the Let's Play. I think you understand. And these few days now, they don't make much of a difference. I've waited so long for this game. Yeah, unfortunately you can't play it online yet. Of course I want to play it online. Unlike Dark Souls 1 and 2, for example, which I played completely offline, and also Demon's Souls back then, several times, because I just didn't want to be invaded, and all those symbols on the ground kind of ruined the atmosphere for me. But here it's less intrusive. You can see at the bottom, app version 1, the number 1, not when, and server version dash. There are no servers yet, and the game is still offline, but co-op will be available, such as with the wiki. Intro, gleich Blut.
Well, you're in the right place. In Yharnam, blood treatment is practiced. You just need to find its secret. But where should a stranger like you begin? For that, you should have some Yharnam blood flowing in you. First comes your contract.
You old veterans should notice something right away. Well, you know what I mean? It's all in German, including both the text and the voice acting. And I have to say, I think it's really well done, so you really can't complain. If you know a bit about the story behind Dark Souls or Demon's Souls, there's probably... oops. There aren't that many texts or conversations anyway, not like in other role-playing games. It's not a classic role-playing game. Dark Souls is more of an action role-playing game, I'd say. Of course, there are a few NPCs you can talk to, but they all only have a few lines to say. Of course, I'll play through it several times. You know me, I'll definitely do some challenge Let's Plays. So what do I know? Accordingly, there will be several more playthroughs, which I might even do in another language at some point. We'll see. Here you can see the classes or origins, by the way. They basically determine all the attributes. So vitality is just vitality. Endurance, they changed that. I think it had a strange name before. I think it was called compatibility, not endurance. I'm still unsure about strength, dexterity, and blood tinge. And arcane, I think these two abilities, these two stats, I guess, are intelligence and willpower. So that's the equivalent from Dark Souls, I want to say. You know, level 10 is apparently the standard level, except for the wastrel. And Blood Echoes are the souls this time, and yeah, I still call them souls. You'll notice I can't get rid of that habit. Of course not, after all, it's still a Souls game, even though it's not called that anymore. Sure, I talk a lot at first, but today is Bloodborne Day, so there will be 5 parts total. So hopefully everyone will get their money's worth. I know it's a bit too much, and some people find that questionable. I don't do this daily or release 15 parts each day. In the future, there will likely be 2 or 3 a day instead of the current 5. So I think that's manageable. I talk enough anyway. With me, you get a bit of infotainment as well, so let's quickly go through the classes. Scaredy Cat, normal, happy childhood, all attributes average. Yeah, that's just how it is, the completely normal standard soul survivor. I also used that one at the press event because you have a lot of vitality with it. Last village member, high life resistance or essence, strong and resilient due to a tough, unhappy childhood. We have a lot of endurance and skill, a life full of violence, a past full of violence, reckless but strong. Yeah, that's probably the strength character, but you know me, I like to play with skill. Ideal for detective work and science, the professional. Then we also have the military veteran, experienced in war, a soldier with strength and skill, and then the noble lineage, descendant of a good family, proud of their ancestry. He is very skilled and apparently so. Blood coloring, which means intelligence. I'll get to that as well, by the way, regarding the blood curse. Terrible, cruel fate and experiences, but now very confident with strong arcane powers. And yes, the good for nothing is probably, well, the beggar. There's always one. A nobody without any talent. Your birth was a mistake. Yeah, like I said, last time I picked the sole survivor, but this time I'll go with the professional, right? Or, I don't know. I'll say troubled childhood with lots of endurance, etc. Let's see if we look good. Of course, you can mess around a lot with the facial details again if you go for a similar face. But I won't do that now, I'll make a handsome character. Let's leave the age as mature, gender male, and you can also choose the voice first. A youthful one. Yeah, eavesdropping on men making weird moaning noises, of course. Very good. No, that's great. So for body type, we'll probably go with strong upper body, so mine isn't included. Tall, broad shoulders and a belly. I have wide shoulders and a belly and a big head. No, we'll go with strong. So strong is standard, although to me that still looks very thin. The clothes are really cool. I think you always start with the same ones, at least as a man. Well, look at the abdomen. Man, you hardly notice it, right? I think you hardly notice it. So you can zoom out. I don't notice a difference, so I'll leave everything as is. I don't care how I look. That's a big difference. The colors barely vary. If you ask me, they're a bit darker. Let's keep the standard skin color, leave the facial details, and I'll leave him like this for now. Yeah, maybe I want to change the hairstyle. Face presets. Oh god, they all look terrible. I mean, we all know from just can't make good-looking characters. That's why they all look bad. Oh god, I should just leave him like this. Face shapes. Oh wait, do we have cheeks, lips, mouth, chin, jaw? No, brow ridge. Skin color, lipstick, eyes, no hair. Very good. Oh god, they all look creepy, the characters also. Oh look, and they're all a bit like that. Yeah, it's just not typical fantasy. Oh god, it's more like Victorian. It looks... Oh god, I'm about to start emo. That... They've included the women's hairstyles again. Oh dear, the braid is cool, even if it's a bit too feminine. Oh god, as a guy. Ha 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 ha. Oh no 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 no. Oh god, those are some haircuts, holy moly. That's nice, but it looks feminine. Braids can also look masculine. They just didn't manage to do it here again. No, unfortunately, I'll take this one. Well, that's also... I'll take this hair. It looks very masculine. Although, well, I think the beard... Oh, that's cool. The beards actually work. I think, well, this one doesn't look so scruffy. It's more like, I don't know. Full beard, guys. Definitely full beard, right? Yeah, of course. I've got a full beard too, but then more like, well, it also looks kind of fuzzy. No, come on, if any, that one. It's close to mine, though mine's a bit shorter at the chin. Have you maybe already seen my beard? Yeah, let's keep the beard color like that. Can't we change the eye color? Skin color, makeup, face shape, eyes. No, leave the eyes, otherwise you'll make fun of me again for making the eyes so big. I tend to do that, I know, so eye position, distance, no. Those are the face shapes, pupils. Ah yes, pupil size, color. I'll make them a bit green. Oh god, that's really bright. That's a bit too bright. My eyes are also kind of blue-gray, but a bit darker, actually. Oh, come on, I'll do them like this. Emerald colored, or maybe just green. I think it's pretty awesome. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Blue eyes. Look, you can even change each pupil separately. Didn't I leave that in now? Oh, I cancelled it. Yeah, pretty nice. No, he's a handsome guy. Do we have another tattoo? Maybe? No, I'm not giving him a mole or anything. That would look... Even glasses. Hey, that's cool. Ah, that's really awesome. Monocle and like, okay, like some steampunk glasses. That's very nice. No, I'll take these, right? No, come on, I won't take any glasses at all. What's all the fuss about? That's for, I guess... We don't need to do that. Also, I don't want the whole video to focus on character stuff, even if that's the first part. No, let's keep it like this. It looks nice. Pretty snazzy. Can you zoom in faster? Bliss. No, you can't go any lower. You can only rotate the whole thing. Okay, we're wrapping up and the sequence continues. That's all I'll reveal. Have fun with it. Bloodborne. Not to be confused with Bloodborne, please, although for some it serves the same purpose. Guff. I've already heard that, so don't judge me. I'm not saying that myself. I am very hyped, but I'm not sexually attracted to the game. Loading times are longer, as usual for consoles, but it's exclusive to PlayStation 4. That's probably normal, and we'll have to live with it. If it gets too extreme, I might cut them out again, as before. Sequence, please.
Good. Drawn and sealed. Let's begin the transfusion now. Oh, don't worry. Whatever happens, you'll think of all this as just a bad dream. Ah ha ha ha.
You found yourselves a hunter.
Uh-huh. Iosefka's Clinic. This game clearly has many horror elements. It's not exactly... Yeah, you'll see what I mean. I definitely got startled a few times while playing, so it was... no joke. So very unusual for a Dark or Demon's Souls game. Handwritten scribbles like seeking pale blood to extend the hunt. I'll read everything I find, so don't worry. For those who don't want that, well, that's just how it is. It's a bit of infotainment. Like I said, I'll try to go into the story as well. I think it would be cool if you shared your opinion with me in the comments and told me what conclusions you draw from it and whether it makes any sense to you. And by the way, these things are the messages on the ground. That's why I say the online features aren't quite as annoying as in Dark Souls. Because there, it was those colorful circles or inscriptions. And, so now these, I mean, on the corpses, you know, those green glowing spots and red, green and red. Attack with the right weapon. Look, there are these little creatures and they're holding up a scroll. I really like that. We'll talk about the little creatures that just crawled on us later. That's all I'll say now. Lock on and off. I beat the first enemy with my fists since you start without weapons. The developers, or rather the people from Sony, looked pretty dumb, even though it's actually really easy. It's probably not meant for you to actually beat him. Dude, he's messing around with that creature. With the edge of his hand, right in the face. I don't think backstabbing is possible anymore. You know how to counter, but I can't always do it, so I'll just let myself get killed. Oh, one more thing I'll show you. If I attack while I have this orange bar, I can restore my health. Did you see that? Then, the bar at the top left fills up again, so as long as it doesn't disappear completely, you can still get some health back. It's pretty nice. It's a really cool feature, but it's also related to the illness you got at the beginning. But more on that later. I don't want to give too much away yet, only when the time comes. Like I said, I have to draw my own conclusions later because I don't know what's coming. So then it's blind. But I'll let you know in time. It'll probably take 2 or 3 parts until we get there. Stay tuned. All I can say is, the graphics are beautiful on the PlayStation 4. And when you play it on a huge monitor, believe me, the one I had there was really huge. That's just awesome. Oh, a clue. Of course, I can run, you can run again, and jumping works just like in Dark Souls. I don't think you can set it to jump with the analog stick, it still uses the circle button. They've also changed something about the picks, which I'll discuss. Yeah, switch and use items. If I press up, I think I give myself a buff. I haven't quite figured it out yet. Maybe we'll find the clue here. Switch weapon. Okay. Use emergency quicksilver bullet replenishment carefully. It costs gold pieces, so I can regain bullets this way. Yeah, you can see the indicator on the left. It's essential that we can shoot because that allows us to counter since we can't use shields anymore or are unable to use them. And above that is the blood vial. That's our life energy. So with that we can restore our health, I want to say, and that's also very important. But more on that later. Gestures and personal items. So look, now we can also use motion controls, Hunter's Inspiration, Joy, Joy. They removed Praise the Sun. Waving. Yes, of course, the touchpad is included as well. We can set up personal items here, but we don't have anything yet. The menu is also completely different, and it's not as intrusive now. For example, we can equip weapons here, or sidearms, meaning the pistols. And yeah, whatever else we find, I don't know, but I'll just take the standard weapons I've always used. Whether it was during the preview session or last night as well. Look, did you see that? Creepy, huh? An abandoned doll. Oh, look, see what they're holding up there. Yeah, that's really cool. The messengers are offering you a trick weapon. Choose one. Trick weapons are equipped with the upper. No, they're wielded in the right hand for beast hunting. Now we can pick 3. Yeah, you can already see blunt, thrust, or here physical attack. Yeah, I think the weapons all have a secondary ability. I'll read it now, like I said, we've got time. Saw Cleaver, a workshop trick weapon mainly for hunting. This saw inflicts bleeding wounds on beasts and transforms into a long cleaver that makes use of centrifugal force. The saw with its sharp teeth... What? No, the saw's sharp teeth symbolize the hunt and become more effective as the beast grows more hideous. The Hunter Axe, a trick weapon from the workshop, usually used during the hunt, retains the qualities of an axe, but thanks to its transformation, offers more attack options. It has a powerful blunt strike with high regain. Regain potential means recovering health. No matter what they were, beasts are just beasts. Some choose this axe to play the executioner. A twisted cane, I think you can turn it into a whip, but I've only seen it with others who have played it. A trick weapon from the workshop, usually used by hunters in their duties. As a solid blade staff, it's deadly, but splitting the blade turns it into a whip. Hiding the weapon in the staff and striking beasts with the whip is almost a ceremonial act. A test to show the hunt's bloodlust hasn't reached the soul. But I'll take the saw cleaver, because I actually think it's the best. It doesn't have the highest attack, but... Or you know what, I could actually try this one out, I meet all the requirements. You can see the attributes and their bonuses at the bottom, like D and E, and here we have more C for skill. Since I'm a skill character, I guess this is more my weapon, right? You should call an ambulance immediately. Ah man, let's take the staff. Come on, I don't know this one yet, so bam, I'll switch now. Like I said, it's just something you have to get used to. We have to select the weapon. Look now, these are the normal attacks. Then of course you also have the strong attacks. Oh, that's like a rapier. I think that's cool. So in this form it's like a rapier. But watch this. That's the one. Okay, that's the one with the forward move. I don't think you can do kicks anymore, but you can do this. Like a jumping attack, they've changed that, which is what I wanted to say. With triangle, you can now use these blood vials, and you use them very quickly compared to the Estus flask. And with L, we can now switch the stance to the two-handed weapon, basically. Wow, that's awesome. This is the heavy attack here. That's awesome, guys. Ting, the cool part is you can even do it mid-combo. Cool, right? You can use it in many ways, for example... Did you see? I hit like this once. Now the weapon's back to normal, which is great. You can combine it any way you want. Before this gets too long, I'll show you one more thing. As I said, you can use a gun. The messengers offer you a firearm. Choose one. Firearms are held in the left hand for hunting beasts. Honestly, I think the hunter pistol is better now, a pistol for hunting from the workshop. Hunter firearms are specially crafted to use quicksilver bullets infused with the wielder's blood, which increases damage against beasts. Because the pistol draws faster than the blunderbuss, the wielder can quickly counterattack. And here is a blunderbuss made in the workshop for hunters. Hunter firearms use quicksilver bullets mixed with the wielder's blood to deal more damage to beasts. This weapon's effect counters beasts' quick movements, and its widespread nearly guarantees a hit. Yes, it harms humans, but it offers better parrying. That's why I use and need to equip it now. I'm telling you, the menu is clearer here, so you don't have to look around as much. And the Caril rune effects in the top right? I'm not sure what to do with those yet. We'll figure it out, but not in this part. I'm finishing now and would appreciate your feedback. It's a new project, my baby. Souls games are my thing, and that's how many of you discovered me. So yeah, like I said, show me some love. It only takes a click and leave me a comment. As I said, I'm interested in your opinion and will read it. In any case, I'm really looking forward to Bloodborne Day today, and of course to welcoming you all again when it's time for Bloodborne.